Hi there, I'm Troy, and welcome to the Vintage Bartender, where we rediscover cocktails hailing from the 1950s American cocktail party and see which recipes still stand the test of time. Now, where do we get these recipes, you ask? Enter the Bar Aid. It's a tabletop cocktail guide containing 80 recipes from the 1950s all the way back to the turn of the 20th century. This cool contraption was meant for the home bar and contains many of the popular cocktails of the 1950s. I found this bad boy on my local Facebook marketplace, but you can find them on eBay and other for sale sites for around $40. When I picked this thing up, I didn't quite know what I had, but when I took a look at it and looked closely, I knew I had something awesome. Now, I couldn't keep this awesomeness to myself, so I called my buddy Nate and had him come along with this journey with me. Nobody should drink alone, right? Our goal is to go through each and every recipe in the Bar Aid and recreate each one in its original form. Learn a little bit about the history of each cocktail and, most importantly, give it the taste test and see which ones stand the test of time and which ones might need to be left in the past. A little bit about me, I am not a bartender, but I do enjoy making a good cocktail at the end of the day in my home bar. I do love trying new recipes all the time, which is why the Bar Aid is super exciting for me. I look forward to trying all 80 with you guys.
How does it work? You spin the wheel and move the paper recipe list until you find the number you're looking for, with each number corresponding to a drink name printed on the outside of the Bar Aid. Most recipes are ratio based, so you can upsize or downsize your cocktails depending on how many you're making. In modern times, we're used to talking about cocktail recipes in the 1 part's this, 2 parts that way, while the Bar Aid uses the old school way of using fractions to describe proportions. 1/4 of this, 1/2 of that, so we'll do our best to work through them all with you. The actual history of how the Bar Aid came into existence is murky at best, with the manufacturer long out of business and no real digital trail to follow. From our best research, the Bar Aid originated in the 1950s, with the first version having a white metal case being manufactured in Japan. Versions of the Bar Aid released later in the 50s and into the 60s came in black metal as well as plastic versions. Some are even named the Bar Guide instead of the Bar Aid. These later versions are made in Los Angeles by Glenn Shaw Creations. Were all versions made by the same company? Who was Glenn Shaw? We looked through the California Secretary of State and even the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office records and didn't find any record of a Glenn Shaw or the Bar Aid. It was a big fat dead end. We did find that most of the drink recipes are adaptations taken directly from the Savoy cocktail book by Harry Craddock from the 1930s. But some recipes are modified in one way or another, making the Bar Aid stand on its own.
We're not sure of the exact provenance of the Bar Aid, but we do know this is going to be a fun way to try new vintage cocktail recipes and see which ones stand the test of time. I hope you join us on our journey through the Bar Aid. We're going to have a ton of fun. Now let's go make some cocktails. Let me start that over. Hey everybody, welcome to... No. Hey everybody, welcome to the Vintage... No. Rediscover... and see which recipes still stand... We rediscover... Oh man, I didn't drink already. Red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather. Close, so close. Guide, cocktail guide, cocktail guide. Let's do it. New, old, bleh. Oh, new, old, damn. And that's a wrap. God, I hope that's good.